Hello everybody, so I'm coming at you today from Ironville. I'm on the trail to the second Ironville Falls waterfall. So I'm currently going through this beautiful grove of hemlock right here. And it's supposed to rain, but it's just a beautiful hiking weather right now. It's not too warm, not too cold. Everything's kind of going in my favor. I am making this, as you can see, an overnighter. I have kind of set a goal for myself to go from where I'm at now in like the Bearswa area of Cape Breton, Ironville Falls, to Frenchvale. So that's crossing over the mountain in Leitches Creek, using some old wood roads, some old pioneer roads, some old four-wheeler trails. Anyhow, so I'm gonna be doing that and coming into my own property in Frenchvale, where I grew up. And I'm going to be going to my parents' place. So that's where I'm hoping to end this little 2-day, 1-night adventure. So, yeah. It shouldn't be too bad. Most of it is going to be like on trail. A little bit of bushwhacking. That could be a bit sketchy, but I think all in all it's going to be a pretty easygoing, kind of fun, relaxed trip. So anyway, yeah, I'll check in with you all later, and yeah, thanks for following along. Old hunting blind. Ooh, here I am at Ironville Second Falls. And as you can tell, I don't know how good you can hear me, it's kind of loud, but it's flowing nice. And it is probably, see, Ironville Falls has a couple of falls on it, or the area. Number 1 is most popular. This is number 2, I think much more beautiful. It's a bit of a trek to get here, so it's not as popular, which is kind of nice. So my plan is to hang out here for a bit, gather some water. Then I'm going to hike up to the top. I'm going to camp somewhere up there. I'm going to push as far as I can between now and 3:30-ish, 3:45, and then I'll start setting up camp. But just beautiful. Just surrounded by these hemlocks. Definitely one of the most beautiful falls in Cape Breton Island, and really not that far away from the CBRN. So, if you're a local, this is a waterfall that everybody can come to. So above the second falls in Ironville is this little guy. It's a much smaller, but still equally really nice waterfall. The big one is right there spilling over the top. So I guess we can call this Ironville Baby Falls, whatever, but it's nice. So I'm going to follow this brook right up to a old logging road, onto a couple of old properties, and find myself a camping area for the night. I want to see how far I can push before it gets to that time where I got to start setting up. So, ciao. So, we're at the top now of the second falls. The brook is just below me, on my right. But I'm following this old road that I found using back road maps. That along with Canada Topo. Yeah, so I'm going to follow this as far as I can. It's going in the direction that I want. It's going to the it's going to lead me to where I want to be. So I was going to follow the brook, but that is rough going, and I don't have a ton of time. So I'm going to follow this out, and yeah, it's easy going. It's a nice it's an old cut, so it's a nice young hardwood stand. So that's always nice. So considering this area is full of rugged terrain, this so far, and I hope it keeps up. But you can kind of tell, that it's an old logging road, which is pretty sweet. Okay, so here we are. This is the logging road. I had no idea this was here until I started looking a little more in depth in the area. So this theoretically may go down the mountain right there. This could be a nice little access route into the Ironville Valley area from the top of Leitches Creek. Yeah, that's cool. It's a nice trail. Sweet. So I made it to Tower Road, it's called. Another old road where a lot of people lived in this area at one time. So this was like one of their main roads in and out of their little community they had. So I'm actually making really good time. I could theoretically camp, I think, at Frenchvale Brook tonight. Will I do that and push? I don't know. I'd probably be getting there right at dusk. But I'm not pushing myself, so who knows. Either way, I have lots of places picked out. I am so surprised at how good of a hike this was. Very happy. Very, very happy. This is Tower Road. Well-known ATV trail, Upper Leitches Creek, with a really nice hidden road that connects it to the Ironville Falls area. Great hiking. Unfortunately, this is what people did back in the old days. They just dumped their old cans and garbage in piles on the properties. I don't know what this is. It looks like an oil filter. An old bedpan. Little plastics. Whatever that is, still holding up. Old bread bags. Quite a pile. You usually find these around old rock walls and rock piles along the property. Usually on the outskirt of the property, kind of on the edge. This is a substantial. I didn't really care about littering back then. Living this far from town, there was no real other option, I guess. Anyway, cool to look through. I found the cellar of the home. Right along the trail. I'll have to find out the name, look back at the maps. But pretty big old foundation. Looks like the entrance over there to the basement. Yeah, pretty neat. Another entrance over there maybe. Anyway. Lots of history in these old areas. Okay, so I found this, a hunting blind, and it's pretty much just where I want to camp in the area. I had no idea this was here. I could see it from the trail when I walked in, but I got to make a decision. It'd be pretty cool to camp on top, but it's also good to keep the rain off me for when it does rain later. So I didn't bring my tarp. What would you do? Camp on top? Camp down below? I'm thinking down below. I think that's what I'm going to do. Rain is coming in. I can see it. And you can probably see it. So I'm going to start setting up. I have like quite a bit of daylight left, but that's okay. I hang out here. Life in the woods, eh? Options, decisions. Well, okay. Plan B. I have no birch trees around me. I can go and look, but in close by, none. So I'm going to use a little bit of the fire starter I got. Some of that in there. Nope. Let's try that. There we go. So before I said I was going to either camp on top of this thing that would be crazy. Once I stopped and thought about what I said, that was ridiculous. Camping under it, I had that idea too, but I decided to put my fire under it. That way, if it rains, I'll have a little bit of shelter and be able to kind of enjoy the fire a bit. It will stay dry for the most part. I'm camping just up behind, and I'm actually going to have more shelter back here than I would right here, because we're going to have some westward winds tonight, and that's going to be coming from that direction. So, I'm going to get my tent set up now. Fire's going. It's good. I got some firewood cut, and yeah, so settle in, get things all tidied away, and Bob's your uncle. Well, it's supper time. Cooking up a little scoff here. I have tonight. I can't read that because the phone's backwards, but it's the chicken and egg noodles by Happy Yak. So that should be delicious. Trouble is, I'm not really that hungry. I tried to work up an appetite getting firewood, but sometimes, you know, you have to eat though, because I did burn some calories today. But all in all, great day. Very happy with the hike. It could have went a lot further, but this is a great camping spot. So here I am. Anyway, I'm going to cook this up, boil some water, have some coffee, then jump in the tent when it gets really dark and read a book, listen to a podcast, watch a movie. I don't know. We'll see. It's good to be out in the woods. Hey, so, all snug as a bug in a rug inside of this tent in the middle of nowhere. This is called the Tent Dwellers. The title is backwards because my phone is backwards. But
The Tent Dwellers. It's a great book by Albert Bigelow Payne. And I'm going to be hitting that tonight. Momentarily. As for right now, I'm going to be just kind of chilling out here. Getting comfy. Everything's all squared away for the most part. So, yeah. Life in a tent. I'm going to read The Tent Dwellers. Hear about their stories. Their adventures. In Nova Scotia. It's a Nova Scotia written book, which is really cool. And considering I'm right here in Nova Scotia, in Cape Breton, I'm kind of tent dwelling myself as much as I can, adventuring into the backlands and backcountry of Cape Breton. It's nice to hear some stories of some past explorers, adventurers, doing the same kind of thing. And it's really inspirational, and keeps me going, keeps me excited. It keeps me planning new and exciting things to do. So, I'm getting cold. I'm going to get my tent, my sleeping bag all cuddle up around my neck because I'm getting chilly. So, we're going to get ourselves cuddled in for the night. Hope you're all staying warm. This is night one and only night on this trip from Ironville to Frenchvale. Could I do two? Yes. But I ran out of whiskey, so we're going to do one night. Alright. So anyway, we'll see you all tomorrow. We're going to have a beautiful breakfast, hot coffee. We're going to hit the trail, cross a brook, hit Frenchvale, head home, and have a fantastic time doing it all. Oh, day 2, waking up. It is Monday, I think. I don't know. Anyway, woke up after a semi-good sleep. Going to pack up. I'm gonna get some coffee going. I'm gonna have that. Have a little snack for breakfast. Nothing heavy. And then I'm gonna head down to the brook, filter some water, and then get on the trail over to Frenchvale, and then be at Mom and Dad's for lunch probably. So hopefully they got the soup on. It's gonna be a cold walk, -6 or so, but damn nice. Check in later. Squirrel living in there. This is about a 30-foot waterfall. Flows from an unnamed brook into Frenchvale Brook. It's a beautiful, beautiful waterfall. Unable to get down there today on this hike, but I will come back and get a great video another time. Well, after some hiking, I made it to Frenchvale Brook finally. Now is the dilemma on how to cross this and where to cross it. A little more water than the last time I did it. So
This can be tricky. It's a beautiful little brook. No, not too little, I guess. It's nice. Anyway, a little bit of bushwhacking now. And back to a road system, and home I am. So, hope the tea is on. I gotta get through this brook now. Even if I got wet, it's not that big of a deal because I'm home basically, but I don't wanna. So I just crossed the brook, and I did a little trick that I was shown by a friend. I just moved fast through the brook because the baffins are great, waterproof, but also with the gators. So if you move fast enough through anything like that, the water doesn't have time to wick up. And this is all waterproof. So I'm dry, actually. Like, my feet are dry, my pants are dry. The water, if you move fast enough, does not have enough time to wick up past the gators. That's a neat little trick. You know, you get to an area like this and you're like, oh no, I'm done. It's gonna suck, but it's fine. Anyway, carrying on up the hill. Got a little bit of bushwhacking to do. So, we'll see you on the other side. Oh man, I made it. Wow. So as I walk through this tree line, I'm walking from one property to the next. And pretty much right here, I am on my own property. I'm on my own property now. This is it. I made it. From Ironville Falls, trailhead, to Frenchvale. A large hawk up there screaming. Yeah. Ironville Falls, Long Island, Bearswa, that area. That's where I left from. I'm finishing today at noon. I left noon yesterday. I'm finishing at noon today. So, there you go. A through hike, traverse. I can hardly hold my phone up, so I'm going to get off the video right now. I'm going to go home, get some tea and soup. Alright, thanks for following along on this trek. It was a good one. It may not be the last time I do it. I might do it in better weather. This little bit of snow makes it a little bit shitty. Anyway, cheers folks. Keep on keeping on. And don't be scared to do the crazy things.